I need to talk to you about Spanish and learning a new language. Before moving to Latin America, which I've lived down here for about 9 months now, after reading a ton of different blogs, I had the idea in my mind that it will take me 350 hours to become fluent in Spanish. Drum roll, I can report to you in my personal experience, the answer is no. It is an overwhelming 110% no. Don't let anyone ever tell you that after 350 hours, you will become fluent in Spanish. In my personal experience, and being honest, I don't want to be negative, I just want to be realist, and I'm going to break it down a bit as to why. First off, Spanish is a multi-centuries old language based in a language that's also already centuries old. It is extremely complex, and it has a myriad of different ways to be interpreted and expressed. Therefore, there are a ton of things to actually learn. Anyone who tells you in a blog that it'll take about 350 hours to become fluent in Spanish is either referring to two things with maybe 2 or 3 different circumstances. One, they don't really actually know the language and how long it takes. 2, their standard for fluency is very, extremely basic. It's not like true intermediate level fluency where you can sit down and have a conversation with a local without the locals straining to express themselves in very simple terms and without you needing to constantly express yourself and fiddle around with a very limited vocabulary. I'm just saying, unless the standard to which you're aspiring to, which is perfectly fine depending on your context, is to be able to order something in a restaurant or to be able to ask for directions and hope that the person gives you a direct answer and doesn't go off into any side stories or any side comments. That is what you'll establish, and you'll be good at that. And you'll be able to express some of your ideas. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot that you'll be able to express. You'll be able to speak slowly about certain things that happened in your past. Maybe not have correct grammar, but you'll be able to express it, which is dope if you work on it. You'll be able to say certain things that you like to do. You'll be able to understand what people are saying when they say they like to do certain things, as long as they're being literal about what they're saying and direct about what they're saying. The major thing that I learned after living in Latin America for about 8-9 months is that Spanish as a language, and any language, needs to be respected. Even though it's rated on many blogs as the easiest language to learn for English speakers, it is a new language. And there is a myriad of different ways to understand it, interpret it, and study it. And I just want to echo what I've learned and take away the largest lesson that I wish I was able to acquire before moving here so I could change my standards and my outlook on how long it's going to take. I had this idea, it's like, after 3 months, I'm fluent, let's go. If I stay in 6, I'm great. If I stay here for a year, I'm basically a local. That couldn't be further from the truth. I promise you that is extremely misleading. Think about all of the things that you did in your original language to develop a true fluency. All of the essays that you wrote, all of the books that you read, all of the movies that you watched, all of the songs that you read, all of the times that you played around with numbers as a child, like, oh, mom, dad, watch me count to 10, 1, 2, 3, and then racing with your friends, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and all of the different contexts in which you've expressed and experienced a language. And perhaps I thought to myself, maybe I'm just learning it slowly. But no, there were many times when I've actually met people who I thought to myself, oh, we're on a similar level in Spanish. This is cool. Let me just practice with you. And then later on in the conversation in Spanish, I would hear them saying something like, they lived in Chile or Peru for 4 years. And then I switched to English just to clarify and said, how? You've been doing this for 4 years and you're on this level? And obviously that's an exception. It's like when you don't step out of your comfort zone and your entire friend group, or the majority of them, is English speaking, and therefore you don't need to practice Spanish. So literally just living in a place will absolutely not be enough to learn a language. I just want to leave a bit of information that I wish I received. Spanish is a beautiful language with a ton of different ways to express your ideas, your emotions, etc. And it is a language that needs to be respected, and it needs a lot of time and practice to develop a true sense of fluency. I can't wait till I reach that level and I can express it to you. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow.